Hello. I am Patty Crawford, Director of Marketing at Franciscan Media, and here again with Monsignor Frank Bognanno, our best-selling author of 3 Minutes with God, and a couple more exciting things that we wanted to talk about. The book, 3 Minutes with God. We didn't really talk much about what inspired him about the book. So we talked about how the book is inspiring and encouraging and motivating, but also there's something really cool about what happens after people buy the book. People are encouraged, inspired, and they buy it as gifts for others, and they do all these great things. But Monsignor is a retired diocesan priest, and you are a cancer survivor, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and you had an oncologist who invited you to go on a special trip. So tell us about that first. There's a reason behind this, but listen to this awesome
God's
story.
providence always runs things. The older I get, the more I see a hand of God in the smallest things, really. Anyway, So Dr. Deming, oncologist, he was sort of my doctor. This is 12 years ago, and but he's a great athlete. So he said, "Well, I'm going to take some cancer survivors to Mount Kilimanjaro in East Africa." I said, "Cool." He said, "Do you want to go?" I go, "No." So,
No.
Sorry. Well, then I heard him give a talk about 2 weeks later, whatever. I'm at Rotary Club, and he's up there. He's talking about going to Africa and this and that, and I'm going, "Oh man, oh gee, I better, oh shoot." So I said, "I'll go." Okay. So, but he said, "You got to have a companion because you're going to go 19,300 feet, Kilimanjaro, highest peak in Africa. You better have somebody with you, buddy." I said, "Fine." So I got you.
No, you got my sister.
Oh, it was your sister. I'm sorry. You guys are
close. I mean,
same
it's
deal.
the same. I wish it was me, but I wouldn't have been much help.
I'm sorry. It was Annie. Of course it was Annie. So Annie and I go, we get up there. We get to 19,300. Come back down. Anyway, I met the bishop of Moshi, which is the town at the bottom of the hill. And we got talking, and so my parish adopted one of his poor parishes, and I'd go back every year and see how things go. So one time he says, my biggest problem here in East Africa is the children get sick at school and have to go home because the water is contaminated. We have contaminated water in our schools. Yeah. That's my biggest problem. I said, "Bishop, we will try to address that," which we did, and we set up a group called Purify Project. What do? We get funds, and we build systems, purifying systems into schools, and we've done that now with 45 schools there.
Wow. And
the principal, we get information from the principal. How's it going? Da da da. And the latest information is 50% of the illnesses that our children experience at school are gone.
Oh my gosh! So this is your former parish in the Des Moines, Iowa diocese.
Yes.
Partners and has built 45 purification systems.
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
Yep. We're still, and we have to maintain them.
Yeah, right.
So we have hired somebody over there. We call him Engineer John. He goes around to make sure all the filters are working. Sometimes they're no good. You got to throw them away, get new ones. So and then he checks with the principal. How are the children doing?
Wow.
And so we have heard, 50% of the children who used to go home sick don't go home sick anymore over whatever.
Gosh.
It cures different diseases,
Yeah. Oh, water. Just having the right to clean water.
Unbelievable.
So how does that relate to this book?
Okay, well, all of the proceeds for the book, whatever the proceeds are over and above the cost, I'm supposed to get them because I'm the author, right? I don't want the money. I don't need it. All the proceeds from this book go to Africa to the Purify Project.
They go to those children,
and so we keep building, purifying mechanics into schools. That's what we do with the money from this book.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Purify Project. We don't even put that on the book anywhere.
No,
Because he'd even tell us he was doing that when we were making this book at Franciscan Media. That is just another beautiful inspiration of, I mean, that's why we're so grateful that we got to publish and we continue to publish this book as Francis. That's such a Franciscan loving gift of loving others, right? And the humility of Monsignor and the love and what these small acts of love can do for the other, like giving dignity and love to the children in it's Kenya, right?
Tanzania. And they I think it's in Tanzania, that it's a big country.
Right.
We're just at one end of it, right?
Right. Okay.
That 5,000 children a year die because of water that's contaminated.
Just in Tanzania?
I don't know if that's all of Africa or if it's just Tanzania.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
But they get, because what happens is they're coming home from school. They don't know the difference. And they're thirsty. Here's a stream.
Yeah.
They kneel down,
That's
drink
all they
out of the
have.
stream. Oh, they go home. They're sick. And hospitals, give me a break. You know, once you're sick, you're really sick.
Yeah.
You know.
That's right. Because they're also washing their clothes in the same stream and running the runoff of the.
I think it's 5,000 a year just in Tanzania.
I believe it because I lived in Sierra Leone before I was married. 15 years ago. No, 18 years ago, and I did sustainability programs like that. But
people
this is
who get
amazing.
this book, you are saving lives of African children.
Probably $5 from every one of these books is going to the Purify Project.
Right. Yeah. We don't. The money is supposed to come to
At
me.
least 5, and the more books we sell, the more money is going to go.
Of course,
and especially if you buy them from shop.franciscanmedia.org, more of those proceeds are going to go to Monsignor's project and the diocese project there with the Moshi Diocese with the schools. Is it just Catholic schools or is it
All the schools.
all the schools? Oh my gosh.
And now the hospital there, I can't even describe the poor hospital. God bless those nuns. But the hospital, we're trying to purify their water.
Right. Oh yeah, because people are trying to heal. They all need clean water.
Right. Well, they've got some kind of filters, but they want us to help them. Of course we will. So, but yeah, but all of the proceeds, I don't want the money. I don't need the money. They need the money, not me.
So 3 minutes with God. You're spending 3 minutes with them every day, and proceeds are going to work with our brothers and sisters around the world, getting clean water and the dignity and the rights that they deserve, God-given rights to have clean water. Thank you.
And
for
it
doing
works.
This, Monsignor. And it works.
50% of the
of course.
50% of the children who get sick from whatever don't get sick anymore.
You know the cool thing about this? I just realized it's all because you had cancer.
I know it. I tell it to people. Thank God I had cancer. I never would have climbed Kilimanjaro. I never would have met that bishop. He never would have told me about the problem. Oh yeah.
So
For those
you said,
who love,
yes, God, I will take this suffering. Yes, and then you made this beautiful.
Sure.
All these things have come from that.
And I tell you, I think even God is at hand in everything. Even my cancer worked good for other people. Go figure.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I love you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for all this. Keep supporting this beautiful book and growing in your spiritual life. And when we grow spiritually, it helps others. It impacts the world. It's like that little, did Mother Teresa say that? That one little drop in the pond or in the water ripples and affects and loves others. It's that little ripple effect of love.
She's right about that. Mother Teresa's right about that. Doesn't take much.
Doesn't take.
God uses what little.
Yeah, that's all we need to do. We just the little acts of love.
And that, just think, you give that book to one of your nephews or nieces or friends at work or something, and you don't know. Yeah. Maybe 5 years from now, they happen to pick it up and it just changes their whole life. God uses it as an instrument to change their life. These are little ripples you're giving to people. You don't know all the good that's coming from it. Tons of grace God is using.